Josh Giddey has been amazing, and as president of the Giddey fan club, we call ourselves Gideon. Even though there's a slogan now called "Giddy Up" for Josh Giddey. I want to confront you, Riv, because Riv, you've been low on Giddey. You've hated on him.
You gotta stop with the hating.
You're not.
Bro, he didn't really say anything spicy.
Look, you were.
Let him go. Let him push the narrative.
You were out. You were out on Alper and Şengün. Şengün is doing pretty good, solid for the Rockets right now.
What's solid?
What is out on?
I mean, you just don't like overseas players.
You don't
like overseas players. You don't like overseas players. You know, you weren't very high on Josh Giddey, even though I told you repeatedly, and I smacked you on the head with it. I said, Josh Giddey, okay. He's good. Trust me. But you didn't want to believe me. Okay. You get annoyed every time I bring him up, but he's that good.
Giddey.
And I want to talk about something that you said the other day, because when we talked about just Josh Giddey before, you said, who is from Australia? Well, Ben Simmons is from Australia.
So is Kyrie.
Ben Simmons actually came to LSU because he didn't want to stay there and play in the NBL with the pros.
You mean he left from Montverde?
All right, but he's from Australia.
No, I get it, but he's been here.
He's Josh Green, who was drafted last year.
Yeah, he went to IMG.
Joe Ingles. Jay Sean Tate played in the NBL, and actually he averaged 16-6 and rookie year, he was like 11-6, so it wasn't too far off. Andrew Bogut as well from the NBL. The NBL, and they have had a lot of NBA players pass by.
No, but don't say Ben Simmons cannot be used.
Ben Simmons is from Australia.
But he's not from the NBL. I said NBL players.
Okay, so but the NBL, look, I'll say this. Players that play in the NBL, maybe not all of them are NBA players, but it's about opportunity. And it's about exposure. And Josh Giddey, nobody knew about Giddey until like 2 years ago when they saw him at this camp.
Who?
Josh Giddey.
Oh, facts.
But I want to know your thoughts on Josh Giddey so far, Riff, because he had a breakout performance, 18 points, 10 assists. He is
double.
He is the only player at this age to do it other than LeBron James, by the way.
18 and 10?
Yeah. Really? Josh Giddey just turned 19.
Oh, okay, that's what
just turned 19.
Got it.
Giddy up.
It was a great performance. He played amazing. He showed a little bit of everything: the shooting ability, the playmaking ability. He put some effort on defense. He was really good on the defensive end. He showed abilities as an off-ball and on-ball defender. He was even a bit clutch. You know, he was key in that comeback run.
Debatable.
Clutch. When I mean clutch, if you come back from a run, that's clutch. That's clutch.
He made the pass to Derek Favors.
He also made the pass to Carmelo Anthony.
But that pass to Derek Favors was big time.
That pass to Melo was crazy.
airballed.
He did. That pass to Melo.
No, it was. But Josh Giddey was
amazing
in the fourth quarter. He was clutch. Don't disrespect Giddey.
He was clutch. He was definitely clutch. He did his thing. And that game was definitely against, granted, I'm going to get this out the way. LeBron didn't play, but you still should have won. So we're going to just get that out the way. So if anybody,
26.
Before anybody says anything, still should have won. Josh Giddey played an amazing game. But Joel.
You're talking to the president of Josh Giddey fan club.
I'm glad. I don't want to talk to anybody else.
Joel Gideon Moran.
Joel, listen.
So I'm just going to let you know. I can only accept your offer I will only accept your entrance to the fan club if I feel like what you're talking about is honest.
No good. I'm not asking for it. I don't want to be in the fan club.
You're lost.
Yeah, I want to say this, Joel. You've been hitting me all week. You've been texting me about that game all week, but you haven't said anything about the games before. You only had 4 points. You didn't speak. You kind of was quiet. You know what you actually said to me? It's early. He'll get better. Yeah. He has been getting his groove. He's been figuring it out. You know, like any rookie, he's been trying to figure it out. You know, he's putting up numbers in every other category. The scoring hasn't. This was the first time the scoring really popped out. But at the same time, Joel, let's pump the brakes. Let's relax a little bit. Let's ease our way in, because the same way how you're gloating about this one amazing game, he's played 4 games. He hasn't been amazing for 4 or 5. Pardon me. He's played 5. He hasn't been amazing for 5 games. I don't even think he's been amazing for 3. So let's
Write the notes. He's been amazing for 2.
Yeah. So let's slow down on the Josh Gideon. That's what you guys call yourselves, Gideon.
The Gideons.
The Gideons. Let's slow down on the Josh Gideon's fan club, because we have to stop pushing this agenda that I'm hating on him. I'm not hating on him. We just have different views on this.
So what's your view?
My view is I personally think that Josh Giddey can be a good player. I just don't think that he's what they needed. That's all it was. That's all I said.
Wait, so you don't think OKC should have taken him?
No, I think they should have went a different route.
Who should they have taken? Kuminga?
I would have liked
James Buckner. I'm going to go insane.
To play right next to SGA.
Josh Giddey's better than James Buckner. Let's get that straight.
He may be better. I just think another bucket would have fit next to SGA.
They needed a playmaker, though. That's Josh Giddey.
But isn't SGA a playmaker, supposedly?
He's
not as good as a playmaker as Josh Giddey.
What the?
He's not.
Josh Giddey was making some nice passes against the Lakers, but
I'm
not ready to say.
I never said he wasn't, but let's not do that.
It's too early. It's too early.
It's not even too early.
I mean, we talked about it last. We talked about it. No, he's not. Josh Giddey is. But okay, Josh Giddey's an elite passer with elite basketball IQ. Let's just get that straight.
What is SGA?
Yo, he be elite.
SGA is very good.
What the hell?
But we know that he's not a true point guard.
You really think he's elite?
He's an elite passer already.
Elite
absolutely,
passer?
absolutely.
Oh, man.
No,
he's absolutely an elite passer.
Okay, I mean, he had some elite moments.
I mean, we talked about it in the offseason how Shea had to create 95% of his own shots, offense. Efficient. But now Giddey is there. That's why they got him playmaker. I thought Giddey was the right pick, but nonetheless, y'all talk about it was Josh Giddey's the first good performance. Oh, amazing. He's only had 2 amazing performances. Well, yeah, it's because if you've been watching OKC, which I don't blame you if you don't, because OKC's not a team you really want to watch. But I watch it because I love Josh Giddey.
2 games.
Okay.
Of course, the Warriors.
But I watch them because I just, I like to watch a lot of teams in the NBA. OKC hasn't really been using Josh Giddey like that. He hasn't been playing much minutes. And
he averages 27, though.
He hasn't been playing much minutes.
Okay.
Josh Giddey.
He averages 28 minutes.
He has compare that to all the other rookies we're going to talk about later on in the rookie ladder. He's not averaging close to any of those guys' minutes. Debatable. Josh Giddey was not being used as a point guard in the offense early in OKC's games, like the first game of the season or the second game of the season.
It's a fact.
But now they're starting to use Josh Giddey. They're starting to use him in spots where he is extremely effective, and he has been effective. Josh Giddey has only played 2 games this year where he's played more than 30 minutes. And guess what? In those games of 30-plus minutes, he's had amazing games. 2 games. In those 2 games, his averages are 18.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, 8.5 assists per game, 2.5 steals, 57% from the field, and 43% from the 3. I was told that Josh Giddey didn't have a jump shot. I was told that he couldn't shoot. I was the same one at this table that when he got drafted, I said, I think his jump shot will be fine. We said the same thing about LaMelo, and you said, well, Josh Giddey's not LaMelo. Well, early on, Josh Giddey's shooting 38% from the three-point line, and it doesn't look like it's something that is going to go down. I think he'll be like 35% from the three-point line for the entire year. Josh Giddey, to me, I don't think the shooting was that much of a concern because in the NBL, towards the later part of the season, he picked that up. And when talking to Mike Schmitz about it, he said, there was just a point in time where my mindset changed about shooting, and I just thought everything was going in, and ever since then, I haven't looked back. So Josh Giddey has that confidence. Man, I think a lot of the narratives around this guy were wrong, and when he got drafted, a lot of stuff on Twitter circulated about how his weakness is playing basketball itself because they made a bunch of people scouted up these, like, a bunch of people drafted up these fake scouting reports on Josh Giddey. But the truth is, when I was scouting him during the draft process, I saw an elite playmaker. I saw an elite passer. I saw somebody who has an elite court vision. For somebody to be his age and to be that good as a passer and to read the game that effectively, it is rare. And then you bring in that he's a 6'8" point guard, combo 4, whatever you want to call it. That is a rarity in the NBA. Teams, organizations, they drool at drafting 6'8" players. Cade Cunningham, LeBron James, Luka, LaMelo Ball, those 6'8" playmakers, they drool at that. And Josh Giddey is that 6'8" playmaker. So I think Josh Giddey has been phenomenal. And, Riv, also, I want to mention this.
Talk to me.
Remember when we were arguing about the preseason?
Yeah.
And I told you the starting lineup would be Shea, Dort, Giddey, Bazley, and Favors. And I said the preseason matters because you get to see these lineups.
I already said you was right about that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I already said you was right about that. But I just wanted
to say he's right.
Yeah, I just wanted to because I'm looking at his minutes because you said that he's not getting as much minutes as other
Can
rookies.
Can you tell me the stats? Josh Giddey's stats when he plays above 30 minutes.
No,
You just said that though.
No, I just want.
No, I'm getting to all that. Don't worry, we're gonna get into all that. He's playing 2 less minutes than Evan Mobley. He's playing 4 less minutes than Jalen Green. He's playing 2 less minutes than Suggs. So he's not. The minutes is not really. You tried to make it seem like if it was a gap. It's not really a gap.
The only reason he's not up there is because he played 20 minutes game 2.
And I think his minutes go from however good he plays. Then that's where it goes. Because let's look at this first game.
No, it doesn't. It goes by the blowouts.
Because
when OKC gets blown out, they don't keep him.
He played 29 minutes. Game 1. He had 4 points. He played 20 minutes. Game 2.
First NBA game. First NBA action.
He had 6 points. He finally played 34 minutes. 19, 8 for 13, 1 for 2, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. The next game against the Warriors, the game was pretty much close until Steph Curry put it away in the third quarter. He played 27 minutes. He had 7 points. He played 32 minutes finally against LA when they made the comeback. He had 18 points. So for the most part, he's been up and down. But like you said, he's young. And I keep trying to tell you and explain to you, it's been 5 games. Let's wait. I keep texting. Let's wait. Wait. You keep texting about Giddey. Let's wait. These are rookies because he hasn't been the most impressive rookie. He hasn't.
Well, LaMelo wasn't in the first half of the season either.
You keep talking about LaMelo.
What do you mean by that?
Hold on.
Well, LaMelo, look at LaMelo's first 5 games in the NBA.
We don't need to look at LaMelo's first 5 games. We just need to look at when LaMelo walked in, they were a playing team. That's all we need to look at.
No. Look at the beginning of the season.
We don't need
We knew
though.
in the beginning of the season last year, LaMelo was known as a turnover machine, and he was extremely inefficient. We know that.
What is the comparison, though?
Between Josh Giddey and LaMelo, that they are both great passers, elite passers with a great IQ.
It up for is what
I'm saying is that, yeah, you're telling me those stats and how he's going to have an up and down year because your synopsis is basically he's going to have an up and down year, right?
No, that's not what I said at all.
All he's saying is wait.
That's all I said.
You're telling me to wait on what?
I'm telling you, don't beast me over one game and not talk about the other 3.
Like
That's what I'm saying. Wait.
The verdict isn't out on Giddey being like that.
Well, he's
yet.
a good player already.
I agree.
He's a good player. There's not a doubt about that.
No one's saying
you think he's not a good player?
No one's saying, bro. No one's saying he's not a ball player. Like he can hoop. For sure.
He can hoop. I know that.
That being said, we need to wait before we call him Rookie of the Year, top 2 Rookie of the Year.
I said dark horse for the Rookie of the Year.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Pump the brakes,
right now,
young blood. Pump the brakes.
I'm not pumping the brakes. I'm pushing my foot on the gas.
I'll be honest.
Because I know what Giddey is.